Good morning, Glenn. How you doing, sir?
Good morning. How you doing, Mark?
Doing pretty good. You remember last week when it was snowing here? It's
Yeah,
still there. Look at this. See if you can see it. See if that'll show up. Look, it's still all out there. None of it's gone away.
man,
It's a bad shot there, but it's supposed to go down to 0 tomorrow.
man.
Zip. Zip. Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
cats aren't loving that, are they?
they won't go outside. So I offered to let Chucky out. I went out this morning and went out there myself, opened the patio door, and none of them would come out. So that's fine. I didn't want them to, but I wanted them to if they wanted to, but they didn't want to. So it didn't happen. Yeah. Let me see who we got here, and then we could dig on into whatever we're going to dig into here. Hey, we got the swamp picker, Glenn. How you doing? Glad to see you, sir. Hopefully the weather is better where you're at. And there we go. We're dog parking. Yeah. So, how close are those fires to you, man?
They're about 100 miles away.
Yeah. These were, they look like they were direct energy weapons to me. It looked like Maui to me.
Yeah, it's a lot of people lost their homes already, and it's not over.
A lot of the homes that were destroyed, though. I know there was innocent people involved in this, though, so this is not good. But a lot of those were homes that were belonged to some of the Hollywood elites.
Yeah,
And everybody's got their own opinions as to why that happened there. Was it a good side that destroyed them, or a bad side, or a combination? I don't know, but one could think they were destroying evidence too. I don't know. I have no idea. I suspect it could be something crazier than anybody would imagine. But
yeah.
like I said before, there's going to be full disclosure come out in 2025, and you're going to find out we never were alone. And they got us to believe it. Hell, they got us believing everything, man.
Oh, I know.
Everything's been a lie. Yeah.
It's it's kind of funny to me back when we were kids, I never heard of fires like this going on all the damn time like they are now.
No, they weren't. What they're trying to do, the dark side is, I'm just going to call them that, just for lack of a better. Uh, they're trying to destroy these places so they can rebuild them in these 15-minute cities where they have 100% control over everybody that lives in them.
Yeah,
Which means it's like the New World Order. They want everybody to not own anything and like it. Nobody's going to go for that. I mean, some people would because they're stupid.
yeah.
But I noticed in a lot of those pictures where the fires were burning, there were, how do I say this? There was craft showing up in there. And from what I understand, from the sources that I've been delving into for the last 6 or 7 years, it was mitigated it was going to be worse than what it was, the damage. So I can't say too much or it'll just sound crazier. That people are just going to have to wake up at their own speed, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell them and they won't believe you. They have to be shown. And all that's coming, man. You know what? In a week from tomorrow, officially Trump's back. And I think you're going to see a lot of things go on that are just going to stun everybody. I mean, it's going to be good and bad because the bad side's not going to give up. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Right to the end. A lot of what we're dealing with is AI now that was rigged up already to get us. How
Well,
I go ahead.
here last week, you go into the grocery stores and it's like ghost town. You know why?
Why?
Border Patrol ran a sweep through here and they're arresting people and left and right.
Yeah, they're already getting a start on all that, and they've given them a chance. They say if you're still here by the 20th and you're caught, you will never get to come back. But if you leave and attempt to come back legally, then you'll be all right. So they're giving them a chance to leave, and the ones that aren't leaving, well, you know,
I'm telling you, I never seen the grocery stores and the streets so empty in my damn life.
well, that shows you there was a lot of people that weren't there legally. I mean, from what you said, that's what it sounds like to me. But we know there's a lot of that. Uh, hey, Sky Warrior, how you doing? Yeah, you got oh yeah, cold and snow. Yeah, same here. And Glenn's got 47 and rain. Yeah, that sounds a little better than what we got. We've still got 9 inches of snow sitting out there in the backyard. It isn't going anywhere. I walk out and I could stand on it, and all of a sudden, a space of about 20 feet wide, it goes down because there was ice on top of snow. And when you stand on it, all of a sudden,
were you able to secure your canopy over your bike?
yeah, I got out there. It's fine now. I just had to go out several times and knock all the stuff off, so I saved it. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then we're dog park it. Dang it, y'all woke me up. Well, Craig, that's all right, man. It's noon. It might be time to get up. I do sleep sometimes like till 9:30, man. I'll give you that. Um, I'm not going to say a whole lot about it today, but I did buy that locker that I looked at last week with the Kate Spade purse and all that. That'll be out next Monday, I reckon. So that I'm in the process of making the video for that. I put out a really good video today of my first Carolina Reaper that I ate. That came out at 10 this morning. Mad Dog watched it. It's pretty entertaining, man. And that one hurt because that was before I actually got immune to all that stuff. It was back in 2020.
So were you happy with that locker for what you paid for it?
You know what's funny about that, Glenn? I was going to let it go because we got all the snow after I'd already been on it, and it wasn't all that exciting. It was okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from how it looked. It was okay. I'm going to go ahead and disclose a little bit here. There's only 5 people here anyway. So, you know what I thought was a jewelry box? Cardboard box.
Oh, shit. I sure thought it was a jewelry box, too.
Well, don't tell anybody, but the locker was hey, you guys in the chat, the locker was a pile of shit, but I'm going to put it out next Monday. Anyway, because it's like my friend Eric, Locker Lunatics, he said, hey, well, hell with it. It's content. Well, he's right. It's freaking content. So we're just going to go with it, roll with it, because reality is what reality is. And that's what the reality of that locker is. And I have made a decision, Julie and I together on this. On those kind of lockers, unless I see something specific, not, oh, I think that looks like, or, oh, that purse, that could be real. We're not going to buy that kind. I'm not going to wait and buy a good locker. I've been burned twice now in a row. All right. You still might want to watch the video, but because it'll be all right. It's not going to be long because those kind I don't want to make long. Try to get them 8 minutes so they can have a little more advertising money to them, but I don't think this one's going to take off. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I spilled a little beans on it because it. Anyway, Sky Warrior, there we go. We're dog parking. There we go. We love this. Let's see who comes into the house today. Heat wave. Oh man, I wish we had a heat wave. Hey Harry, how you doing, sir? Yes, sir. Put out another ouch video today. I downloaded last week's live, and I've got like 20 shorts that I've cut, that I was able to cut out of it through CapCut now. I'm just, instead of doing it in StreamYard, I'm just downloading them now in CapCut, and I can go over 2 hours. So if we ever will need to go over 2 hours, it won't stop me from doing shorts. So yeah, so it's a nice little software that I got with CapCut. I mean, if anybody likes to edit and likes to add special effects, and take out backgrounds of videos and add stuff, I mean, it's really great. You can make some creative stuff with it. It's like $10 a month. It's not bad. We'll see what kind of crazy talk we can get going today, or what kind of serious talk, or funny talk, or just waking up here working third shift. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry. Hey man, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Been there, done that. Hello, Land Shark. What's up? Yeah. Hey, Patrick. Appreciate you, man. So far today, just a regular day here in the state of Kentucky. Let's see. Yeah, ask me some things about that locker. I might even spill the beans, Glenn. Go ahead. What do you remember about here? Let me show you the locker again real quick. Here, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. I got to do it right. So I got to go to present. I'm still going to make a video on it. I know, sometimes they suck. Sometimes they suck. Let's see, share screen. And okay, I could see that it's up there. So now I got to go to, okay. I can go into one auctions. See, nobody bid on it after I did. It was $80, and the reason I bid on it, and I showed everybody that picture, you can't really see it, but I thought I saw it, and then everybody else said, yeah, I see what you're seeing there. Maybe it was the power of suggestion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought there was a jewelry box in there, but it was a empty cardboard box. So what else do you think? The rest of this locker, now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of embarrassed here. All right. Now, here's the funny thing about this, Glenn. When you get to the back of this unit,
yeah,
everything was wet.
Oh, shit.
And frozen to the ground. Like the back wall, like there wasn't anything stopping liquid from, or rainwater or melting snow or whatever. And I had to pull to get the stuff off the ground. Now it was moldy. So I'll tell you, what do you think I kept out of this unit?
Purses?
No. I'm not going to tell you because there wasn't anything showing that I kept. Nothing. Zip. Zip. I'll show you one thing I did get. It's one good thing because it fits my phone, but I'm going to come out of this. Let me come back into the StreamYard. I got a juice box.
Oh.
It's about $20. I found a bunch of pennies and nickels and dimes and quarters that totaled about $22, something like that, and a few other items. I'm still going to put the video out because, like Eric said, it is content. But I got really mad at the management about this. Not about that, because they couldn't help that, but they did have a problem. Their office got set fire to. I mean, it had an electrical problem. Their their office, and you'll see this in the video, so it'll still be fun to watch. But so they had a little trailer pulled in there. Not that this is relevant to what I'm getting ready to say, but they had a little trailer, so they had a makeshift office. And this girl was there. I guess she was 20 years old or so. Didn't seem to have much going on. So the first day, I couldn't even go over to pick the locker up because we had all the snow, and they hadn't even plowed yet. You couldn't even. I would have never gone in there and not got stuck. So I went the second day when they finally said, "Okay, you can come over and get it because we plowed." Well, it was still bad back there, but I did manage to not get stuck. And I said, "Well, what time are you going to be here to? Because I want to go ahead and finish this whole thing today and be done with it." "Oh, I'll be here till 5," she said. "All right, that's great." So I busted my butt. I had to make 2 trips. One trip, there was clothes in the front that might have been able to be salvaged by washing. So I loaded all those clothes up and took them to Wayside Christian Mission, dropped them all off. Then the second load, I loaded all up, and that was going into my trash cans after I took all the coins out and what little things that were of value. And I hurried, and I was rushing, and my back was sore the next day. I'm fine now, but she said, "Yeah, I'll be here till 5." So I worked my butt off, Glenn, and I got that done. Went up to the office at 4:45. Gone. Yeah. So
That's
I
about
got
right.
back the next day in the frickin' snow, which it wasn't too bad because the roads had been cleared by then. And I said, "Well, what happened yesterday?" I said, "I was busting my butt to get this locker cleaned out because you said you'd be here till 5. I got up here at 4:45 and you were gone." You know what she said? Take a guess.
I can't even imagine.
I know there's nowhere to go from there. She said, "Oh, I took my lunch break then."
um,
Now think about that, Glenn. Do you take your lunch break at 4:45 when you get off at 5 o'clock?
yeah, I remember Joy and I went somewhere one time to eat, and they were supposed to be open at 9 in the morning. So we went there 9, waited till 9:30. Nobody showed up. So I said, "Well, we'll go later and just have lunch there." So we went there later to have lunch, and told the guy, I said, "What time do you open up in the morning?" He said 9 o'clock, and I said, "Well, we were here till from 9:30, and no one came." He said, "Well, let me rephrase that." He said, "We're open when I stick the key in the door."
Well, you should have said that in the first place. He lied to you.
Yeah,
He
I
can't speak the truth. Just can't do it.
yeah I well, we didn't eat there, so
Neither. I would never go back. They're going to lie to you. Say, "Oh,
yeah.
we're." He said something like, "Man, I was running late. I had to at least make up something believable." You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's got me pretty angry because I bought 2 bad lockers in a row, and I don't, that happens. But the next time, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm not going to buy that kind of locker. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to have more to go on.
Yeah, yeah.
I had convinced myself that was a jewelry box, and I did find jewelry in there. I'll say that. But whoop-de frickin' do, right? It's one of the few things I was able to keep out of it, but none of it was precious metals. Yeah. There were Dog Parker, and Harry says he's got to step out. I'll try to catch you in a few. All right, he's stepping out. You got to step back in. That's where we want to hear about you stepping in. That's right, Harry. Just wait, man. We're so close right now, my friend. Oh, there he is. Sorry, I didn't have your post up. Yeah, okay. Sky Warrior's got a poster. Storage lockers are like gold prospecting, good days and bad days, but the chase. Exactly. It's the same thing. It's just a different form of the same thing. And like I was telling Julie, she said, well, I had a feeling that locker was going to suck. I said, well, I had one clue. I had a Kate Spade purse. Sometimes those can be the kind of lockers where people buy a lot of crap. They hoard. I thought maybe I could find a few good things. And I did think I saw a jewelry box. No big deal. I mean, the locker I think was worth about 40 or 50 bucks. I paid, it was actually almost, it was about $100 with taxes and fees. So it was a loss. But even if I'd have made 40 or 50 bucks, it wouldn't have been a good deal because I had to jam all of our garbage cans full of crap until Wednesday when they pick them up. And then I had to work 4 hours. So that's not good. So Glenn, the swamp picker, this is what the locker was really worth. He's got it right. Zip. Yeah, right there it is. Hey Todd, how you doing, my friend? Are your people in your area of the United States down there ready to be told that aliens have been real all along? Some people are going to freak out, man. Yeah, buddy. Me, I'm not. You can always tell the truth. Whatever they say,
Oh,
just
yeah.
go with the opposite, and then you know. That's right. So I suspect we're going to go into the new banking system probably sometime soon after the 20th, because it's all been set up, and that's going to be a great thing. But there's going to be so much turmoil. From the way they described it to me, that this year, 2025, is going to have 12 years of events in it. It's going to seem like 12 years this year in what's going on. It's going to be just packed. And that's exciting because it's all coming down to being in a new world, which is very exciting, away from the old evil system. Andy, how you doing, sir? Listening while I work. Da, 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 da. We're glad you're doing that, man. I can't wait to see you get a big wad of cash, man, because that's going to happen to you, my friend. Just doesn't seem like it yet. So best of luck to you, my man. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Our weekend is just, we're pretty much here with snow everywhere. I don't know how much you all got up there. I'm sure you got some too, but we got the 9 inches that fell the other day, and then we got some more on top of that. And it's won't come up above freezing. At least and then it's going to go down to 0 Wednesday. Or is it Tuesday? So then we got to worry about the pipe. So what I do then, I kind of put it like a little bit of a drip in the water.
Yeah.
And then I put a little heater and point it toward the wall where the main pipes. See, none of the rest of the house has a problem. But when we had this part of the house built on back in 2000, or I think it was 98 actually. Yeah, they didn't put enough insulation in there, and then we had to have the walls tore out and have more insulation put in. That sucked. Glad you swung in there, Glenn. Yeah, we're just digging for comments now. Comments are gold here. When people make a comment, we love it. We're like, oh my God, there it is. Oh, I gotta let Tyler in. All right, sorry about that. Hi, Tyler. I'm gonna leave that door cracked for him. I'll sit here and let myself freeze. He's the thick one, so he doesn't really get cold because he's pretty thick. But sun's shining, but it's freaking cold anyway. Where I lost my coffee. Oh, there it is. Thanks for coming in, Glenn. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're supposed to get it down to 0, man. So that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Eric's the same here, only a little less snow, more snow. Yeah, that sucks. I hate snow, man. I don't hate snow, man. I mean, I hate snow, man. Oh, man. So I'm on a little bit of a negative streak. I bought 2 crappy lockers in a row, man. And that's my fault because neither one, well, the one with all the tubs looked like it was okay, but it happens, man. It freaking happens.
Hey, I got to check on Henry real quick, Mark.
Yeah, go for it. David said he's headed to Cleveland Tuesday. I guess you're going to a storage auction. Well, if you do go to a storage auction, I wish you luck in getting a good unit because I'm on a 2-unit skid right now. 2 bad lockers in a row. That's right. Yeah. Hopefully Henry's comes in and gets out of well, hell, I almost said gets out of the cold snow. He don't get snow there in California. Hell, it never rains in California, remember? Yeah, right. It never rains in California.
I've got to tell you, I am so
sick of this weather. All right, here we go. Too much overbidding in the Pittsburgh area. Yeah, that can be a problem if you're trying to really make a good profit. I mean, yeah, been there, done that. Could write a book about it. Eric says you can't have good lockers with bad ones. It's good versus evil balance. Yeah. That's kind of like what we're dealing with right now, Eric. Good versus evil. And yeah, it's like, to use an analogy, like all the bad lockers are like the evil ones, man. I've had 2 evil lockers in a row. Hey, Andy, how you doing, sir? Good to see you swinging in. Yeah. Yeah, Glenn went to let his cat in. Maybe Henry's giving him some trouble. He'll be back. Sky Warrior says, never rains in sunny Southern California, but it pours. The only time it doesn't pour is when you need it. See, when your whole freaking 100 miles or whatever it is burning, I don't know how many miles wide it was, but it was pretty clear those were sat. It was just, if you want to see it, the other purpose of it, like in Maui, there's the same situation. They want to build them smart cities because see the evil we're fighting is not going to complete. They're not going to give up. Every aspect of it's still going through with what they were going to be doing. It's just there's not much left of it. I'd say 95% of it's been taken down. But I think what they wanted to do now, the next Olympics is going to be held in California. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So what they were wanting to do, I think, is the same thing as in Maui: tear all the, kill all the. Maybe I better be careful with how I say that. Unalive certain creatures that walk the earth legally and as basically sovereign citizens. How do I put this? So I think what they wanted to do is build another one of those smart cities there, replace all that. But they wanted to keep the tunnel systems under those houses that are being burned now because they had some illegal. And yeah, I mean, they basically just, God, this sounds crazy, man. I'm not going to say that yet. It's too crazy, but You know, I remember how I'm gonna kind of mix this up a little bit. Remember when Nancy Pelosi said she was reptilian? Well, I think that's the only thing she's ever told the truth on. You know who's related to her, don't you?
Yeah.
Um, uh, what's his face? Newscomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I suspect she was probably right about them, man. And then you ask yourself, what do reptilians eat? Well, I think that kind of plays in with the border. Missing little ones, little ones. Yes. Hello. I mean, everybody's allowed to think what they want, man. I mean, the truth is a hell of a lot more stranger than fiction, right? Who would have ever thought that Disney would be a problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't get anywhere near that frickin' place, man. I would not touch. I wouldn't get near it. Let's see, now I lost my way. See what you made me do, Glenn. Okay, here's where Harry stepped out, and then Glenn said he got the exact answer. What was that locker worth I just bought? There it is. He got it correct. And then Todd came in and said howdy, and we're saying howdy. So where did we? Freeze is coming again, headed to Cleveland. Headed to Cleveland. You know, they invented the Cleveland steamer there, man. Too much overbidding, yeah. I feel like I just did a little overbidding. Somebody would have bid on that had it not snowed around here, man. I would have got out of it. I wasn't going to bid again. But I told Julie with 2 days to go, I said, I'm gonna have to get this locker. I'm gonna have to go get it. And then I kind of felt like with the way it was going, it was gonna suck because of that, And sure enough, it turned sucking to a whole new level of sucking. I pretty much put them in two sections. One of them garbage and the other one donate. Because the front of the unit didn't get as, there was a little hint of a bad smell, but if you could probably wash. I tried to save those clothes because the clothes weren't real bad. They didn't smell right from being in there, man. In that locker they sold, if the people that didn't pay their rent had known, they could have got a claim settled on that because it was ruined by no fault of their own. The locker leaked.
Yeah, they need to have it sealed at the bottom or something.
Yes, exactly. Because how else would something freeze to the frickin' floor like that? It was bad, dude.
Yeah, because you pay to store your items in there. You don't expect them to get ruined.
Yeah, and you pay insurance too when you get these lockers. It's like $15 for a month or whatever. Yeah, so you pay to have it protected. So instead of then having to pay these people off for that, I gave them $80 to clean it out. Now you see how this can get. That's the gamble you take sometimes, man, and that's irritating to me, And I told the lady up there about the locker. I said, I did really bad. I had to throw the whole locker away. It was all moldy. She said, oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, well, that's because Extra Space took over and it used to be attic space. And Extra Space took it over. That's the first place I ever bought a locker at in about 2011, where I bought all those gambling machines, Jerry Masters, and yeah. And so they took them over and then they sold all these units. I think they knew this one was bad, man. I really do. You could smell it in there. It was terrible. And that so-called Kate Spade purse, there was like food in it, man.
Oh God.
And the handle, all the leather had flaked off of it. The purse handle,
Yeah.
all the, it flaked off of it. Oh, that's worth a fortune. Yeah, I wasn't happy. Then I told her about it. She didn't give a heck. She didn't give a care about that, man. I could promise you that. They got theirs. So I got my deposit back. I had to go back on another trip because she darted out of there early after me saying, "What time do you close today?" 5 o'clock.
Yeah. I've never heard anybody taking their lunch 15 minutes before time to take off from work.
That was the first thing she said. She said it fast. She's like, "Oh shit." Yeah. I'm like, who takes their lunch break at the end of the day? So she didn't eat lunch all day. Okay. I guess I could, somebody that doesn't, that's full of fluoride, maybe they don't understand that that's a lie, but wow. See, Sky Warriors, Mrs. Warrior is from Greece, and it's just like Southwestern California. They gave all their firefighter stuff to Ukraine and what they have for their fires. Well, I mean, they also didn't have any, Newscomb didn't want the water replaced that they had there. They did, nothing was in the fire hydrant. They wanted all that stuff to burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear. It was the same as in Maui, man. It's clear. What's wrong with people? They can't see this. Well, yeah, snakes are reptilian, so yeah, they're here, man.
Well, the other thing is too, Mark. I mean, you might not be able to prevent a fire, but they could clean brush back and dig fire ditches around areas to keep it from going into populated areas. None of that's
Yeah,
ever been done. None of that's ever been done. You know, they don't want to hire people to do that work. You know, so
well, they clearly they took the billions of dollars in federal aid to do that and never did it, and then they used that money for their own purposes.
yeah, let's send it all to Ukraine instead of helping people in the U.S. that need it.
Well, when they're sending it to Ukraine, you know what they're doing. Now they might be sending some of that, but the rest it gets laundered back,
Yeah,
and all that is like going to the laundromat. I'll just say that.
goes right in their ass.
Yeah, and just the whole thing is just a setup. Uh, old stretch. She is a demon, man. Eric says, "What did you think of that two-seat car thing that was in the crate?" Wait a minute, I don't know how to market it. That two-seat car thing that was in the crate. Oh, no one knows what it is. Might just have to keep it in play. I think what you ought to do, Eric, is put it together and show people it working, and then you could sell it. I saw that. Oh, that reminds me. I'm glad you said that, Eric. I'll leave your post up there. Hang on, I'll be right back. I want to get something from that locker that I did save. And I'll show you the little critters that I did get. I mean, when I'm breaking shit out like this, then you know that locker was bad. But then I got this guy. They're in pretty good shape. They were in the front. I think this is looks like a turd. But then I got Mario.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And Luigi. And it's from what year? 2017. And I got the who's this guy? The Turtle Man, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they got little hooks at the top where they just sold. Oh, and remember Groot that was sitting there?
Oh yeah.
There's the Groot guy. So there's proof that I bought it. There he was sitting like this. And I thought it looked like a snake head. No, it was like something like that, I guess. So I got those. I guess all 5 of those might be worth about $20. So yeah. I mean, I'm reaching now just to try to get half my money back out of it. And it's not going to be a big issue. I mean, that was all done with house money anyway, which means it was done with profit. But as for this, Eric, what I would do, like is what I said, if just put it together, play with it, and then take pictures of it and put it up there. And once they see it working, I think you might get a good price for that, man. And you could probably make a really good video out of that, man, as well, and get a few dollars in ad revenue as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's great, man. That's kind of a unique thing to get in a storage unit. Lunatics was covering for a guy at work and missed a lot. I'll check it out. Oh, he was okay. Groot was mothered by Pelosi. It's a demon, man. God, can you imagine all the damage those people have done to this country, man?
Could you imagine if they got reelected in office, what would have happened?
I don't think they might have got elected once, but I think the system in place makes sure they stay there. I don't think there's anybody and their brother that believes that they were, because they've had recalls there and just millions of people like wanting them gone, as far as Newscomb, right?
Yeah, he's been voted out twice, but somehow he still stays in there.
Well, that's because it's corrupt, man. It's the whole system's corrupt.
Yeah, we had a big election to try to get him voted out like twice, and the majority wanted his ass out of there. And somehow, how does that happen when the people speak up and he's still able to stay?
You want to know how that happened? Well, you can go back to 2020 and find out how that happened. Whatever, it's not just one way. I mean, they've got everything. The old system that's been taken down, they've got every way in the world to do things. They got machines, they got mules, they've got everything. They got the whole system.
Well, Trump won by more than he actually did.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to cheat their way out this time too.
Yeah. Trump even won the popular vote, and even they were even cheating. I mean, there was only I would say probably 15 to 20% of the vote to them, and I'm being generous. I'm talking legit. That's just my opinion. Nobody's going to convince me otherwise. The Mario plush sale's good. Yeah, I figured I got those. That's something. I really, I'm giving up a lot of the details of that locker before the video comes out, but quite honestly, I'm not worried about it because it happened, and I'm not going to act like it didn't. I could sit there and show a bunch of stuff and make it look good, but it wasn't. Even if I'd have made a small profit on it, I think it wouldn't have been worth it, because when I had to deal with all the just stinky, all kind of like diabetic needles and everything. So you got to watch. So I've got to watch out for all that shit. I ended up throwing stuff away that I didn't even get all the way down. I just looked down there to make sure there wasn't any money, or I didn't want to even reach into some of that stuff. It was horrible. And that's the risk you take when you buy a locker like that. And, Julie and I have had enough. That's 2 in a row now. So I'm just gonna go back to buying the bangers only. If what I perceived to be a banger, I knew that wasn't gonna be a freaking banger, but I saw that jewelry box. I think, man, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. It's only a mile away. It's mine. Oh, it was a turd. I fought for a turd and won. Fought for a turd. Harry, none of this stuff's going to happen, man. That woman's already been dealt with. That's 3D crap, man. We're getting ready to ascend here a bit. I guess most of us are. I don't know. everything you're seeing in the news right now, it's fake. DTK collected. Hey, man, dog. Hey, I appreciate you, man. He watched my video this morning. He says I ought to send that one section of it to America's Funny Videos. Do they still do that? Do they still have that show?
Yeah, they still have it. It's got a different person doing it.
Yeah, because I haven't watched TV in years. I mean, I only watch YouTube, which I don't think that really, that's not lie vision, because that's what TV means, lie vision. But there's some nice shows on lie vision. I just don't watch lie vision anymore. How close are you? Close enough that you could smell these fires burning? Yeah.
Yeah, you can smell it, and there's a little bit of ash coming down this way, even though we're 100 miles away.
Damn. Wow, had this not been for the Global Alliance, can you imagine where we'd be right now?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we would all be screwed, man. I'm not sure if we'd be here right now doing this show. Because if you remember, originally it was Agenda 21, where by 2021 they wanted their new world government, and what stopped the new world order, and from them, they wanted to get rid of everybody on the planet except for 500 million. So, I mean, are you feeling like, would you be worse off if you were the ones taken out or one of the 500 million? Which would be worse? Take your pick.
Yeah.
But what got in their way is they never thought she would lose. She was the closer, and you know who she was. Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Okay, here. Let me go back. I've been kind of clicking without thinking here. Yeah, okay, we just did that. Mad Dog says you get jewelry and nice Disney stuffed animal. I got those that I showed. We'll show them. I'm going to put them they'll be in the video. And there was a nice big old 3 containers of change. Didn't pay for the unit, but hey, it was a rebate. I haven't seen one of those rolling things. No idea. Yeah, you get that thing running, Eric. I think that's your ticket to selling it for big bucks, and people want to see it moving and what it does. So if you leave it in the crate, people will be like, "What in the hell is that?" So yeah, you get that thing running. Oh Lord, I think that'll be money on wheels, man. I really do. Yes. Okay, you win a silver coin for watching the videos and answering a question on the live. They mail you the silver. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I know there's some channels that, silver stacking channels that do that. I think that's pretty cool. This is a great time to get you silver because it's cheap. I really believe it's going to triple where it's at now. It's projected to go up to size $100 an ounce with all of it that's being used in manufacturing of electronics and whatnot. Oh yeah, it's going to go way up. Hell, it was $50 back in 2011. It's only what, 30 now, give or take a little bit. I don't look at the price every day. I'm just about getting more of it. They wasn't counting on Elon Musk. No, they weren't. Thanks to Elon Musk on this timeline that we're headed on now, which is a very positive timeline, we wouldn't have made it without him. And I think what really people don't understand is Elon wants to go back to where he's already been. That'd be Mars. He's already been there, folks. You got Groot there. Yes. I'm going to show him again. Like one of the commanders of the Global Alliance, where the Global Alliance is the Earth Alliance that's connected to the Galactic Alliance, which people don't understand exists. And Commander Valiant Thor is from the planet Venus. Yes, I said it. But here's Groot. Now this guy here is worth $3 million. No, it's Groot might be worth $5. What do you think? As soon as I talked about Valiant Thor, we went down a couple. Or it was Groot. Which was it, Glenn? Too much disclosure or Groot? I'm going to blame it on Groot. Damn it, Groot. Look what you've done. There's several Silver Stacker channels that you can win silver. Just no time to hang out on those. Sometimes get a good price. Yeah, I just like to go buy a bunch of silver from, I'm sure they're fine. But there is a lot of silver fakes out there you got to watch out for. I'm not saying they would, but you still got to watch. $30 for silver, and when in reality the $30 that you paid for silver is not worth $30. So the silver is going to be worth a lot more. It's the gold and silver. Wow. Yes, all that is going to be really good to have. TDK Collects got a Harley Davidson bike and silver in his unit today. Wow, in the storage unit video. I know you'd love this. What's their channel name? TDK Collects? Yeah, I'd like to see that, Mad Dog. No kidding. Huh. I could see you winning the silver if you went to the live. I could too, man. I can visualize that. Eric says on that car he got, I'd like to take it to a trade show, but it's huge and weighs almost 500 pounds. Well, do you have a trailer you could drive it up on and then strap it on back of a trailer and maybe put a tarp over it? Or yeah, something like that, man. Do you have like a flatbed trailer with a little ramp on it? Yeah, Patrick, we're talking about them too because they're relevant in what's going on. I am down to clown with an alien chick. As long as they've got some, they're not all bad, man, but if they're reptilian, I wouldn't go that route, but so you know what you get with them, man. Yeah, Mad Dog said $5. That's what I was thinking. Groot's worth about $5. So if all those are worth like $5, I'd say the whole lot that I showed is worth about $20. I pulled out everything that I could, Glenn, and the rest I wasn't going to keep anything that was stinky. You know, I mean, yeah, I'd keep stinky gold or I'd keep stinky coins.
Yeah,
I kept stinky coins. I kept a bunch of them. There was probably hundreds of pennies and nickels, and mostly pennies and nickels, a couple quarters, and a $5 Groot. You know, had Groot not been there, I might not have bought that locker. Groot, look what you did to me. Bad Groot. Bad Groot. Bad Groot. I'm going to make sure I sell him. Sky Warrior says locker best probably to put that on Facebook Marketplace and just wait. Oh, he's talking to Locker Lunatics. Yeah, but I think the best thing to do is like show them how it works. You know, if you leave it in the crate, I don't think it'd be harder to sell. I just think. So Eric's smart. He's probably gonna want to have some fun with it and make some videos of that. That's the part that I'd be excited about, making some videos with it, and it'd be fun. Oh yeah, you don't want to forget to feed the chickens, man. Patrick said, "V the final battle, Diana was hot." Yeah, there's some hot aliens. I'm going to tell you something that 95% of you won't believe. But Melania Trump's Palladian. And Barron is kind of a hybrid because they hit it. They created Barron. And John Trump, I believe that was Donald Trump's uncle, was connected to time travel. And I always thought it's like Trump's been way out ahead of all this stuff. And now they've got a project there, or what do they call it? A program called Looking Glass, where they're able to look into these timelines. It's pretty interesting stuff, guys. I love it. And Mad Dog says, I love it if Trump took all the military forces out of the state in Nevada just to see the reaction. And all the military forces out of Roswell, this place in Nevada where they see alien life. Well, there's more than just that, man. There's a whole thing of like Antarctica, for instance. If you remember back in 1946, Admiral Byrd took a whole military operation up to down to whatever you want to say. Yes, the world is round. To Antarctica, and why it's been so private there, and nobody, it's the entrance to the inner Earth is in Antarctica. So there's actually other worlds, other beings living within our own through Antarctica. Isn't that interesting? I don't know how much of this they're going to bring out, but how that part leaked out, you got to decide, is that bullshit or not? No, I don't think it is. I really don't. TDK Collects seems to get amazing stuff. The kid came out of nowhere. His channel just skyrocketed. Yeah, when you can put out that kind of content, you better believe it. People want to see it. That's why I wanted to get a good locker, man. I could put out a video about getting Groot, man. Man, I got Groot. I paid $hours for him, and everybody, let's just subscribe now to get more Groot for later. And see, it's not going to work. You got to get a better locker than what I just pulled off. Groot. Come on. Now, if there had been 100,000 of them in there, I might have had something. Maybe not that many. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that channel out, man. I don't even think I've ever heard of it. Maybe I haven't. TDK. Let me write that down, guys. I'm serious. Give me a second. TDK Collects. Because I always like to take little tips and hints from other channels to try on my own. COLLECT. Okay. I got it written down in my notebook. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's something too, man. At that point. My grandkids are getting older now, man. They may be great. Their grandkids are on Social Security, man. Eric says he's afraid to play with it. New in box versus used price could be a big factor. It's like driving a car off the lot. Well, you're right about that. So I guess get all the information you can about it, and maybe find one that is not in the crate, and show how they look when they're assembled or whatever. Well, I don't know how much assembly you got to do, but maybe show one that's out of the box like that. It looks as much or close to that one. I'm sure you've already thought of all this, but that seems like a way to do it to me. For me, if I was going to do it, I'd want to do it that way, I reckon. Or put it together. I was just saying a while ago, I'd like to put it together, play with it. But yeah, you're right. You would lose money by doing it that way. Mad Dog says, I think the people that know what's going on at Area 51 be freaking out that all the military forces are gone in Nevada. There's a lot going on, man. There's been a lot of the war that's been going on in the last 8 years has been underground because they had to clear out the tunnels where a lot of the nefarious, I can't say it on here. He been doing it for a year. Yeah, I'm going to check that channel out, man. You better believe it. See if we can get these comments rolling. Come on, guys, kick it up. I got to come up with some content for you guys, so I'm going to show you this. Let's do something fun. This is fun, Glenn. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to save everybody the trouble of having to watch this, or I might lose views, but I don't care. I don't care. Let's see if we can do this. It's not that long. Let me see what's showing up on StreamYard. Okay, you can see it there, right? All right.
Yeah.
He had some kind of sauce that you were only supposed to cook with. He put it directly on his wings and ate them.
All right, guys, you asked for it. Here it is, the Carolina Reaper Challenge. I'll be right back, guys. Right here, I knew I was in trouble.
Oh, God. Excuse me. Oh,
He ate the whole thing.
why did I do that?
Ooh.
Oh,
Right here, the rush of heat was completely overwhelming.
oh shit. Oh,
My face, it felt like it burst into flames.
damn it, why'd you have me do that, Jay?
My
I see what
glasses
you made me.
totally steamed up. This was yet another fine mess Jay got me into.
Oh, shit. Oh, whew. My mouth's on fire, man.
I'm sure they'll be okay with it. It's hot.
Ride 'em, cowboy.
Okay. Oh. Guys, if you decide
I literally couldn't talk right here.
to do this, Carolyn. Holy.
My tongue was burning. I had to get the can on my tongue
My
to
tongue's
try to
on
cool
fire,
it
man.
off.
Oh, my eyes are burning.
Don't touch your face. Oh,
It's too late.
oh.
Get out of here.
And damned if I didn't mace myself.
HC.
You believe
Now
that?
I'm blind. Now look what you've done. Ah. Oh, shit. You want one? Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. Just concentrate.
I actually thought that in a cartoon world my mustache would catch on fire.
Okay, what should I say about this? What do you think they're wanting to hear right now?
How bad is it?
It's like I'm breathing fire and breathing out fire. And you can feel it all the way down. And it's like there's a fire beginning down here. My throat's on fire. My eyes are burning. My tongue feels like it's swelling up. I got heat. It feels like it's rolling off of me. Yesterday online, I can't open my eyes because I've got pepper juice in my eye. Pepper juice in my eye. Oh, it hurts. Oh boy. They didn't have anybody there to take. Oh,
I'm not sure how I was able to keep talking at this point. Seriously.
ooh. God, I didn't put a rice in there.
Good. I found out I forgot to put the ice in.
So I couldn't pick that storage unit up this weekend. I was going to put a video out. Oh, my tongue's bigger than it was. My breath feels hotter than normal. So I couldn't get the storage unit, and I wanted to put a video up for you guys last night. So I decided, since Icy was going to do the 50 hot dog challenge, that Jay and I would do this challenge today. Well, he wants to do it, but not today because he's got other things to do, and he doesn't want to sit on the john the rest of the day. And maybe I won't have to.
I actually didn't have any problem
My
at
point
all.
is, I'm doing this because I really wanted to have something of interest for you guys tonight. And let me tell you something. Don't do this challenge unless you want to be miserable like this for the next couple hours.
Yeah, don't do this challenge, guys.
Okay?
I mean, you know, you could. But
So,
I'm not saying you should do this.
make sure you like and subscribe and click the bell to see more crazy crap like this. And the biggest thing we do is storage auction buying, guys. You know we do that too, right? Yeah. We buy storage units and sell stuff out of storage units. And occasionally we do stupid crap like this. So tell me down in the comments whatever you think. Is this stupid? Would you do it? What would you like to see? So let me know. And I will see you soon. Here's a guitar, guys, 2-string. It's busted up. Ain't worth the crap. So wait a minute.
It's a nickel.
Here's our man that likes to. Our storage love.
Let me see it though.
Subscribe to the Storage Stacker channel for more awesome content, just like this.
See it though. Because that wasn't pretty bad, but I'm just telling you that.
Look at that guitar. Look what you made me do. It makes it.
There we go, guys. Now, what the hell? There. All right. What do you think of that one? Let's see what we got here in the comments. Wait a minute. Why is my voice going in twice? What's going on? Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Okay, I got it. All right, where did I leave off at? Here we go. He's been. Oh, we're talking about that channel called. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought I would play that. Hopefully, you watch it again, or at least go by and hit a like on it. TDK Collects. I think that's who you're talking about. Yeah, I need to check that out. Oh, and I need to ask Eric if he's still here. If he's going to you putting up a video today, or a lot of times you put them up on Sunday. Just asking. Some of those dining dash units, everyone's will be turning out amazing, or then what you think? Well, you know what? Some of them suck and some of them don't. I love this video. It's a great ending. Thanks, Mad Dog. I just try to entertain the best way I can, because that's what I'm in, the entertainment category on YouTube. You had to declare a category, and entertainment seemed about the best one. We try to do that. I like to bring good story auction content or terrible content. The last one was terrible. And this one's, I'm going to put it out next Sunday, I guess, even though it sucks. Wait a minute. Sorry about my spelling, Eric says, and grammar today. Man, it sounds good to me. After sending from my phone, seeing it on the big screen, don't worry about it, man. Hell, listen to me. You're good. Don't feel bad, Locker Lunatic. Sometimes I need spelling lessons too. That was Eric. That was back from 2020. After that, I went on a pepper kick like you wouldn't believe, and we started doing a lot of challenges. That was the first, and I actually got to the point where I could take on Reapers. And what really did it for me is when I defeated the Johnny Scoville Tuba Terror. That one hurt so bad, but it was like I was immune. Before I did the Johnny Scoville Tuba Terror, I ate a whole spoon of Carolina Reaper blood, where it came in a liquid that I got from Johnny Scoville. So before I did that Tuba Terror challenge, I did Reaper blood. I mean, I was one of those pepperheads then. I haven't been eating as many lately, so I'll probably do another challenge. Mad Dog says, I would love to see Glenn get the great unit last week in his area that he had, the safe, and was one of the best units in his area in a long time. Yeah, I mean, did you ever see what that one went out when?
Yeah, it actually went offline, Mark.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Some of the best units do go offline. Yeah. Mad Dog, did Jay do it? You love the pie in the face. Yeah, that was another kind of thing. That came about because the Pied Piper. You remember the Pied Piper? Well, now I'm the Pied Piper. All right, let's see. This is a smashing hit. Yeah, it was not bad for me. I mean, I'm just learning all this stuff, Yep. Okay, Eric. Yeah, I've got. We're snowed in here. I'm not going anywhere, doing anything today, but stuff from the inside. Making my shorts. I'll be putting up some more videos today. In the short variety as well. Let's see here. Let's keep the conversations going for a little while. We can keep it going for a bit. And Mad Dog says, I know he said he was going to eat a pepper, Jason. Yeah, okay. Johnny Scoville's giving. Yes, Johnny Scoville was the one that got me to enter that into the League of Fire. And I actually got 7 points in the Worldwide League of Fire that's based out of Great Britain. And I'm number 159 in the world with my 7 points from that. And that was thanks to Johnny Scoville. That challenge was very difficult. Jay did it, and he was out immediately. And Jay did eat, he did a jalapeno pepper. For him, those are hot because he's not a pepperhead. So, and he got lit up really bad. So I might make a remake of that because he was lit up pretty bad. So we can do that for entertainment. And sure, why not? So keep the comments coming, guys. Let me see. Hey, I'll be right back, Glenn. Sing him a song. I gotta get some more.
Okay.
Just go grab some more coffee real quick. Playing around with videos. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I feel like the show's still going on when I've got coffee. Oh, I'll show you something else I did get out of that unit. I'm just showing you the whole thing. I don't care right now. But I got not a brand new. I got a jeweler's loop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. These are always good, especially when you do silver and gold. So I would say that's $15, $10 for sure. But I'm keeping that. So I guess you could call that usage profit. Oh, good. We got some comments. And I got some coffee. Oh, hell yeah. This is great, man. David says, videos are hard to come by right now. I haven't been able to find good units lately, so I haven't bought much. Same here, man. I bought my last 2 units have been a bust. And I'm covered in snow right now, so I'm only getting a weekly video out right now, and it was about peppers this week. I will have another one next week on the Slocker that I just bought, and you'll see the whole situation. And it'll show a little more than what I've been able. I just wanted to have some good content to talk about today. We've got a group of people that come in here, and I really love you guys for coming in here and watching this stuff every week. Glenn and I are in our 3rd year of doing this.
And time flies.
Yeah, it does. But this gives us a chance to talk about things that are important too. A lot of people don't want to discuss things that are important and are big time, because, that matrix is a hard thing to dig out of. And I think some people now are beginning to see that it was constructed in a way to keep everybody compliant, No more, man. We're waking up. You can't put the genie back in the bottle now. And Mad Dog, I appreciate you, man. I know at certain times of year it's hard to find a unit that you like. Vandy Treasures. Sometimes it's hard to get it at a decent price. I know the Pirate at times gets some of his backup offers. Yeah, I did one of those. Remember a few months ago? I did one of those, and the only thing in that locker that was worth a crap was the freaking Christmas tree in it. So I've had 3 bad lockers. I really haven't had a banger for a while now. The last good locker I got was like 3 months ago when I paid $400 for that one with a lot of old furniture. And I found a whole set of sterling silver utensils worth about $1,500. So I'm still riding that unit of success. And it's been honestly 3 months since I put out a good new storage video. And you're right, David. It doesn't stop us. I'm still looking every day. Maybe we'll even take a peek here in a little bit. The snow didn't stop me. Of course, I probably wouldn't have bid again on that one because of the snow, but I felt like I was already as high as I needed to be. No travel advisory. Yeah. And you're right, Mad Dog. When you see these vintage furniture lockers, when you've got that, then you've got the furniture in there, and that equals money. Sometimes it can take a while to sell, but it's okay. But those are the kind, especially when coupled with like a wheelchair, Now, if somebody was still alive, why would they put their wheelchair in the unit kind of thing? Man, I have done so well over the years in those kind of units. Let's see. Eric says, I want to buy more lockers, but I'm having storage issues here. Isn't that the truth? Space is the final frontier for us. My place is busting at the seams. Amen to that. I know what you mean. And I'm still not done with a 20 by 70. I have a problem. And you know what? The first thing is about having a problem is admitting you have one. But here's the best part about it. Even if you pay another month or two of rent, I think you're still going to come out with a banging success from that locker. Now, beyond that, it's going to start eating at it pretty hard, though. So you do need to get out of that, I'd say, within 2 months. That's just my opinion, you know, just from looking at it from the periphery here. And yeah, keep them comments rolling rawhide. Oh, Mark. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been meaning to make some more videos for this. So let's see if I can pull one off here. There's a comment. Good. When I get back, I'll have a few. Let me try something. Let's see if I have anything to. Yeah, here's one of the shorts it made for me. I think I put this one up. Lord, that's hot. This is from last week's show. My head's wet. Now look at what you done. Harry, they taste great, man, but the problem is after it tastes great, it starts to I do this for YouTube, man. I've got a video that I'm going to release soon. It's when I ate a Carolina Reaper before I was immune to the peppers, because it's right before I started going into this pepper phase. I ate a Carolina Reaper, and I've got it on video, and I'm going to release that soon. I was lit up bad. Okay, so that was what I put out a short to promote the video that I showed you guys. So I put that out at the same time, because sometimes my shorts will get like a quick 400 to 700 views. So I thought maybe I could get my video out on the YouTube recommended shelf, and it might do really well, because it is a little bit entertaining, I think. Let me take this, remove. Okay. So now we got some comments. Okay. Yeah, you might have a little bit of a problem. Just need to sell some crap. Mad Dog says some people do not want to blow up stuff quick. It's like line and ship it out. Let me try to get this. Some people do what to blow up stuff quick. Is line and ship it out. Yeah, let me think about how to put this. Ship it out. Yeah, you got to sell shit. I agree with that. Whatnot, you can lot up stuff that you normally couldn't sell online. I didn't get pretty good money at that. Yeah, I know a lot of people do sell on Whatnot, and I swear I have never seen a Whatnot sale yet. I have not even seen one yet. Even though some of the stuff I've sold or traded to Jay, he sells on there. I've just never, I don't know why. I probably should, but.
We do pretty good just on Facebook Marketplace. So.
That's how we sell everything other than the bartering that I do. But I only got with Jay once in 2024. So it might just, because it's harder for him to get the gold and silver now. That he's having more trouble getting it. I don't know how many he's buying though. So I don't know. Mad Dog says, I know some people do very good selling newer t-shirts like Disney. God, if people knew about Disney, would they still buy those?
Okay.
I guess as long as people are buying it, I mean, you can still sell them. Oh, man. Oh God, I gotta. Let's see, it's almost 1:30, so we can keep this going if you guys want to keep getting chatty. And in the meantime, I will go and look and see if there is a locker, a banger. I only want a bang. I'm not bidding on another pile of crap. I want to know that it's going to be a good one this next time because I'm on a bad little two locker skid. So let's look and see real quick if I got anything. See, there's the one I got it for $80. And you see all this stuff. There it is right there. That looks like a jewelry box. I'm still convinced that, but it wasn't. And all this stuff back here, guys, was frozen to the ground, on the bottom layer. And it had been wet there, and the temperature was cold enough to keep it frozen to the ground. And there was mold and mildew and stinky. It had been there for possibly years. And it was nasty. But where is Groot? There's Groot. Now, let me show you. How was he looking? Right there. There he is. Groot. Without Groot, I don't know how we would have survived. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, yeah, all right, we got this. Let me take this. I'll start that, hide it. Go back to here. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. So here's the lockers I've bought, okay? This was the last one. Paid $80. It was a bust. Paid $420 for this one. It's a bust. Although we got almost $200 for the tubs. And then once I sell the purses out of there, we might break even on that one. This one was good here. Paid $810. I got the brass elephants. That's going to be about $1,000. We sold about $500 to $600 out of there and got some usage profit. Can you see this, Glenn?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was enough but I'm showing the lockers I've gotten recently. Now this one here, I have to go all the way back to August, September. So that's 4 months ago, but I paid $460. But this one had $1,500 of sterling in it, and we sold about $400, and I got a lot of usage profit out of it. We sold that bear right there. There was a whole Craftsman tool set in it. It was good. This is the one right here. This locker right here was a bust. And I'll show you right here. Real quick, I'm going to come back and show you that locker. All right. It was a terrible, terrible locker. And see if you remember when I show you the video. Okay. I am going to show it and then come back and see how many comments we have, and we'll see if we're going to keep the show going today. So I just got to find it now, guys. So you can see I'm on that one, other than the one with the $1,500 in sterling silver, I'm in a slump. I'm in a big slump. Here it is.
Uh-oh. Some Pyrex that needs washing, oven pans, and that's it? And they paid to store this? Are you kidding me? What a waste of time. There's 2 left, and one of them's marked kitchen, so I haven't given up yet. All right, guys. Next to last box I just opened up. Look at this. How about that? You like that?
So that was that locker. So 3 out of the last 5 or 3 out of the last 6 have been horrible. But what saved it was that Sterling set of utensils, $1,500. It's probably worth more than that now. And it will be worth a lot more than that. So let's see what we got going here. Zip. And zilch. Wait a minute. Whatnot. You can get very, yeah, we did that. 6, okay. Wednesday. They do it on Wednesday? Yeah, I'm going to check that one channel out. Let me try to drill it into my head what it was. TDK Collects. Okay. I guess I'm a collector too. I love collecting, especially the good stuff. Man, it's actually gotten above freezing out there, man. It's 34 now. No, it's 35. Let's see. All right, here we go. I was late getting on here because I was watching this video. Did you watch that, Mandy? Did you watch the Pepper video? We played it on here too. Oh, he's probably watching the other guy, because he actually had good stuff. We got to do a better job of finding some good stuff around here to get our credibility back. Yes, Mad Dog, I appreciate the sentiment because I'm thinking the same thing. I hope the units get better in your area. You just never know at times what you find. Yeah, it just takes one item, man, that can turn a unit around. There's Sadie. There she is. She likes this leather couch because she can really dig her nails into it. And you're thinking, you let her do that? No, I don't let her do that. Of course not. She you just tell her no and she won't do it. Don't do that. Yeah. When you got a cat, you got to realize your furniture is going to get pinholed. That's just the way it is. If you don't want your furniture pinholed, don't get a cat.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, man. Well, maybe you'll get a win of a silver coin in his live. I should probably do that. Pirates video. Yeah, Pirates video. God, I haven't watched one of his in a while, man. I was watching Storage Legends the other day, and he had somebody, this one dude was trying to attack him at a storage auction. Did y'all see that? Did you see it, Glenn?
No, I didn't see it.
There was another YouTuber. I'm not going to say who it was because I really don't want to get involved with that. But there was this other YouTuber that was attacking him, and it was coming to a point of being assault. And the auctioneer there did not throw him out. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm just wondering if Mad Dog had seen that with Storage Legends. I don't think he did anything wrong. It's just he had this crazy guy after him at this storage auction. I don't know the backstory, so I really don't know. I just, maybe if somebody else could chime in, but it was crazy. It's on Storage Legends channel. Yeah, I mean, they up in Ohio, they're really cool about letting people film at the storage auctions. Where when we had live auctions here, we couldn't do it because people here apparently have something to hide. That's how I see it. you know, because it's perfectly legal to film in public, and you don't have to have anybody's permission when they're in public. Now, the difference is if you're in a private business, the business can ask you to shut it off. And if you don't, they can have you trespassed. But when you're in public, there's no expectation of privacy. Now, I guess you have to check your state laws, but I'd say in most states, maybe all of them, I don't know, but that falls under the First Amendment of the Constitution is filming, because it's freedom of the press and everybody's press. Everybody in the world, everybody in the country's press, if they want to be. That's why the Constitution was built the way it is, so to have accountability. A lot of people don't want accountability. They want to be able to, you know. I know at times you would have bought some of the gold and silver off the. Yeah, that's the thing with me. If I got on there and got addicted, I'd be stuck on there, man. I could see me buying on this and that, and the other thing. I like to buy in big bulk, so I don't, you know, I don't. But I don't know. I might do that sometime. Who's to say I won't? Yeah, I was surprised, man. I was like, wow, that what I saw was technically assault. I don't think it got to that point, but when you're in somebody's personal space making threats, that can be construed as a level of that. I don't know. And then when the auctioneer doesn't throw the person out, then that makes them a party to it, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Hey, Doc said, I know Storage Legends is what the Hales have been going. Oh, is that what it was? Have been going back quite a while. He was Hampton Craig. Yeah, I saw that. I was stunned that they would let that. They didn't kick anybody out of there. Oh, is he done at the auctions? Yeah, that was bad because that when you completely Storage Legends was backing away, you know, had his camera for his protection. He kept backing away, but the other guy, whoever the hell he was, kept coming after him. Now, I don't know what it was about. I don't care, but I mean, you can't have that going on at a public event like that and let it go on. But they let it go on, and then it got to be a big old deal. I'm just like, damn, I didn't want to see all this. What kind of did? I'm like, oh my God, this is dirty laundry. I need to see more. And I'm like, damn, I wouldn't want to be at that auction. It'd be all that crap going on. I don't need that shit. You were in the middle of that? Oh man, I feel bad for you, man. I would have liked to have seen it and filmed it though, man, because that's public. That's public. That's free game for the internet. And the business is letting you film, so you can put that up on your YouTube channel. I know there's a lot of people, and rightfully so, don't like to get involved in the drama, and I can understand that. You know, you want to enjoy your life. Imagine that. And people don't need that. So I was just wondering if y'all saw it. And Mad Dog says, I know some states, they have a one-party consent law, and if they don't have it, it says two-party. Yeah, and I believe that's on audio. Like, there has to be at least one party aware of the recording. But under the Constitution, when you're in public, for instance, there is no expectation of privacy in public. Especially when you've got the camera right out there and it's clear. What kills me is somebody will have their camera in public where they're constitutionally protected, and somebody will walk right up to the camera and say, I don't want to be on there. And they'll say, well, why did you walk up to the camera? Make this make sense. What's wrong, Sadie? All right. So, yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I know he's putting out some videos on it, and I've watched them. And I'm like, wow, why would somebody show their ass that way?
Yeah.
That looks psychedelic. I mean, what's the word? Psychotic. That's dangerous. I don't know, man. we're going to ever see you do what? Now, he might do that. And he says, Pennsylvania is a consent state, so I announce on video. And yeah, as long as you're out there, if somebody says, well, I don't want to be on there, you say, that's fine. Well, I'll block your face out then. I mean, you don't have to do that, but you do that as a courtesy, you know? And what I was concerned with here, with the way as adamant as people were about it, I felt like there was something they were covering up and didn't want film. Because there was some auctions that did not go right. You know, I'll just say that and leave it at that. Like when the auctioneers can be bidding on the same unit they're selling, kind of thing. And they could sell an auction as fast as they want, and other times keep trying to get the bid. And let's say they got a shill bidder in the audience, kind of thing. Let's just use this as an example. So I'm not, as an example. We'll just call this an example. You've got somebody buying for you in the audience. You could sell, as the auctioneer, you could sell that locker as fast as you want or as slow as you want. That's called collusion. I believe that's Sherman. What's that? The Sherman Act? I forgot how it is. It protects the. I don't remember the whole name of it. You ought to make a video of that. I mean, I understand why you wouldn't, because you don't want to get involved with that, and I don't blame you. I'd probably be the same way, David. I know Storage Legends was banned from going to get his auction license because of what the Hales for a while. It was crazy what they were doing that was illegal. He should have went. Yeah, I don't know anything about all that stuff. All I saw was what looked like somebody keep getting up in somebody's personal space, which could have been as construed as assault.
Yeah.
And that would be enough to get you banned from a storage auction right there. But all I saw that auction go on, and it kept going on. I mean, they just, where the auctioneer actually had to physically get in between the two, but nobody had to leave. That's interesting. To put in for his auction license and watch it online on the video to get qualified for being an auctioneer. Yeah. I do know. I watched his video, Storage Legend, and he bought looked like a home to live in, but it used to be a pawn shop. And it had this big safe in it and stuff. That was cool as hell, man. I did release the video and got hell, so I deleted it. Oh, man, you might have had a... Yeah, I can understand just avoiding all the drama, man. Who needs all that extra? Some people just don't know how to behave, man. I don't know what happened, but I just know it wasn't cool. I know in some states you can only make $10,000 before you have to get an auction license. In other states you can make up to $100,000, but you still have to have sales tax. Yeah, all that's going to change, man, in 2025, where there's not going to be sales tax on used items. So it's not that way yet, but when the system changes, there's not going to be any more of that kind of tax. From the way I understand it, it'll only be like 14 or 15% on brand new items. No more property taxes and all that kind of stuff. Basically, the old system's going to be eliminated, and that's what we're looking. It's going to be a whole new world, man. Everybody's going to have money, and the whole health system's going to change. Instead of treating symptoms, when I found out when they're in medical school, they tell them a cured patient is a lost customer, and they buy into that. That lets you know everything you need to know. So for years, all they're doing has been treating the symptoms. And then they'll come up with a new and exciting pill. This will help you get a Johnson. Oh, but here's the problem. It may cause liver damage. It may cause anxiety. It may cause blah, blah, blah. This tiny little print down there. You read it, it's a mile long. All these things that could cause. Oh, but that's okay because come on. People, think about it. Hello, McFly. You know? I don't know, Mad Dog. It's like in our state, Kentucky, you have to sell on auctions. You have to have an auctioneer's license, but people that in the state of Kentucky sell on their YouTube channels, and I don't know how they get away with it, but they do. But I mean, in a new system coming up, I really don't see why you have to have a license to sell. You know, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's going to be dealt with or not, but the whole system's been bad. Some states you still have to have a $20,000 bond. See, that's all set up for the wrong reasons. Robert Kennedy Jr. said they were always treating the symptoms, never the diseases. Exactly. That's why they've never cured anything. You cure something, and that's not money. That's not any good. Some of the systems should be shut down because how crooked. Well, it's going to be. The whole medical system's going to switch, man. And you're going to see that in 2025 with the rollout of the med beds. A lot of people haven't heard about that. Well, if you read about it, if you go look about that on Google, it says that you can't go with anything you read on Google. You know, it's like a while back they showed a picture of Trump, and then under that, just because you had a picture of him, then it would put a community note. Oh, this guy was guilty of collusion with the Russians to get elected in 2016. Yeah, please. Right. So who wants to read all those community notes on their daggone? That would be aggravating, wouldn't it? Some of the systems should be shut down because of how crooked it is. Yes. No. Yeah. I imagine, they could be done like what it does, Todd, and this is something we're going to be dealing with on the good side. See, everybody is energy and everything's on a frequency. And when you get everything down to getting yourself in tune with the frequencies that the med beds will put you under. I'm not an expert on this, trust me. I don't know 10% of what I need to know about it, but I just know it has something to do with your vibrations, your frequency. Everything is on a frequency. And a lot of this is going to be fixed, and you don't need all these medicines that they're putting out to treat symptoms. Yeah. But the ones that are going to get first dibs at the med beds obviously would be the wee ones that were rescued from under, and then the ones with the debilitating disease. And it goes down the line, the military people. I think some of the government officials say certain things because they're afraid of Trump. Well, only recently. Before, they thought they were immune because they had the system. Now that they know they're losing grip on the system and the system's going to flip, yes, they are afraid now. They couldn't do anything about him because his back was backed. My frequency increases when I drink too much coffee. I do. I drink a lot of coffee. I do. I like it. I like it in the mornings. But when they roll out, they're even supposed to, like, if they will regenerate and even can stop aging, age reduction. I know that sounds crazy, but people used to live for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Yeah, isn't that interesting though that the technology was held back, and we've been here working for the elites. For, everybody has a straw man. When all the capital letters you see on like your cards, your birth certificates were sold as bonds. So everybody on Earth was sold as their bonds as cattle. Yeah, all that's going to stop. The corporation of the United States is now defunct. Technically, Trump will be the 19th president under the old Constitution, because we're going back from after the 1871, when they turned us into a corporation, the British Crown, and we were turned into a corporation. And then we went into what was called maritime law, the law of the sea. And all of the lawyers were taught through the British accreditation registry, or the bar, which will be eliminated, because that meant everything was, they went with maritime law without actually disclosing that to the people. That's why you have some people calling themselves sovereign citizens, because they know all this. But to try to pull that off, you've got to be an expert. Okay. And if you're not an expert, it'll never work. It'll never work. So the whole system has to go. Mad Dog says, I cannot drink a lot of coffee because I get sick. And I know coffee dehydrates you. And I know some people put cinnamon in coffee to increase the sweetness and not get diabetes. Excuse me. Well, everybody's got diabetes, according to if you go to the doctor, everybody will have it one point or another. They'll call it type 2, and then they'll give you this, and they'll give you this medicine you take. They're just treating the symptom. They're not doing anything about the cause. They don't want to do anything that has anything to do with natural remedies. Nothing to do with anything like that, because
Or making you well.
No, if they make you well, that's a customer lost. And that's when they learned that in the daggone medical school. And you're supposed to sit back and listen to what they tell you? That's bullshit. Right, Sadie? I have more faith in a veterinarian than I do a doctor. I'm telling you.
Well,
I think cats and dogs have been better off.
Veterinarians are probably better doctors. That animals can't talk and tell their symptoms, and they can still.
Yeah, I mean, they know what cats and dogs need and what can go wrong. I have more faith in a veterinarian than I do a doctor. That's just a fact. Hey, Glenn came back. Hey, I'm glad you swung back, man. I find a lot of things that vibrate in lockers. You think the ladies would be healthier? Yeah, I find a lot of those too. We find them all the time. I got one up there that it looked like they hadn't used it yet, though. It was called a Panasonic Parabrator 2. It's one of those power turbo vibes, man. Like, where you could like disassemble concrete with it, Yeah, well, people like to be able to. I guess people like to be able to take care of themselves. I reckon. Can't always count on somebody else, A grapefruit and cinnamon. I like cinnamon. I eat an orange every day now. I love oranges. I'll cut an orange in half in the evening, and it's such a good treat. And then I'll eat the orange, and I always feel better after I eat one. I like them cold too. I put them in the refrigerator, cut them in half, and that's what I like to do. eat orange, and I only eat 2 meals a day. One in the morning, one in the evening. Well, early afternoon and evening. In the morning, I might have like a piece of pumpkin bread or a granola bar with a little peanut butter on it. The one thing they say helps. Yeah. Hey, maybe Mad Dog, have you ever done the cinnamon challenge where you take a whole tablespoon of cinnamon and you try to eat it? Have you ever seen people do that on YouTube? I don't know if I want to try that. I've seen people almost choke to death doing that. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, if you guys want to keep it rolling, get the comments going, or we're going to have to. It's almost 2:00. But if y'all want to talk, we'll stay around. If not, we'll end the show. So I'll give you a minute to think about it. Meanwhile, I got a nice lap warmer here in Sadie. Let me show you. Look at that. See how I stay warm? And I got to tell you this. You know, her and Thomas don't get along. Y'all know that, right? Well, last night, Thomas got up in my lap, and I'm like, oh, my God, I hope Sadie doesn't see this. So I want all my cats to be lap cats. So I've got actually now 3 that'll be a lap cat. Thomas has joined in on that. It's got Sadie, Tyler, and Sadie, Tyler, and Thomas. God, I'm going to bring that. Let's see. Apples helps. I eat them too. I eat a big meal early in the morning and eat a small meal late at night. Nothing after 6. Sometimes after 6, though, I like to have like some beef jerky or like popcorn. And I have my 1 beer in the evening. I'll have 1 beer. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll probably hit it at 2:00. I know Glenn just got up a little while ago. Probably got things he's got to do. But I've done the cinnamon challenge. I felt like I was about ready to choke. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'd hate to get taken out by cinnamon, man. I got better things to do. I got big plans for the future, man. You know, with the rollout of the med beds, I really want to go back to doing some of the things I did when I was 30 or 40. You know, that's my hope. Yeah, Eric, we'll see you. I'm going to check your video out today. Appreciate you. It's great to see Sadie. It's great to see you guys, man. I appreciate all of you. We're going to go ahead and end the show. And anything you want to throw out there, Glenn?
Everybody have a great week and stay safe.
Yes, sir. Good. Well, remember, next week's show is the day before the inauguration. Now, this could be something very big go down, guys. So let's keep our eyes on the back of your head. Right, Cliff?
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks everybody. We're gonna leave you with I guess we'll just leave the intro to the outro. All right, guys. See you next week. Have a great week. Bye, Glenn.